In this week's Parashah and Revi, we begin with a description of the 10 Yeriot, the tapestries that were draped over the wooden structure of the Mishkan and formed the actual Ohel, the tent of the Mishkan. The Torah lists the materials that were used in making these Yeriot and then describes them as having Keruvim Maseh Choshev, a woven design of cherubs within each of those Yeriot. But they weren't the only tapestry that had the designs of the Keruvim included in the Mishkan, because the parochet, the curtain, which separated between the two parts of that structure, between the Kodesh and the Kodesh HaKodeshim, also had the design of Keruvim woven into it. However, the Yeriot were described as Keruvim Ma'aseh Choshev. When it comes to the parochet, the Torah reverses the terms. Maseh Choshev Keruvim. What's the difference between the order, between these two different descriptions of the design within these tapestries? The answer is because the designs serve very different functions for the Yeriot versus the parochet. The designs on the Yeriot were purely decorative, to adorn those tapestries and thus enhance the appearance of the Mishkan. And that, explained Rabbi Yehuda Cooperman in his notes to the Meshech Chochmah, was why the final word of that phrase was choshev, artistry, but not with the parochet, where the final word is Keruvim, because the Keruvim designs on the parochet served a halachic purpose. Both with the offering of the Para Ha'elam Davar Shel Tzibur, the bull offering to atone for a nationwide transgression caused by a mistake within the Sanhedrin, and also with the offering of Yom Kippur, blood was to be sprinkled towards the parochet, corresponding to the place Ben Habadim, the area between the poles of the ark within the inner chamber. But how did the Kohen, who was standing in the outer chamber, know where to sprinkle the blood? In the Mishkan, explains the Meshech Chochmah, it was where the image of the Keruvim was woven into the curtain, which can also explain why these designs were not present in Shlomo HaMelech's Beit HaMikdash, in that curtain, because there is a Gemara in Yoma on Daf Nun Dalet and Aleph, which describes the poles of the ark in the Beit HaMikdash pushing against the parochet so that the Kohen knew where to sprinkle, but not in the Mishkan. And therefore, there's a difference in the way these two sets of Keruvim are described. Keruvim Maseh Choshev. That's the way it was with the Yeriot, to enhance and to beautify those tapestries. However, Keruvim, which were the Maaseh Choshev Keruvim, the designs which had specifically the Keruvim as the focus of the parochet, that's halachic in nature, and that's why they're described differently.